So this open conversation, I don't even know where we go. But I wanted to come back up in and have open conversation because I wanted to say something. So I see your little open conversation, your little few minutes of open conversation over there. And now you always say hurt people hurt other people. But my thing is somewhere around down the line, somebody got to learn to have enough damn sense to know when to stop. And you went off into talking about your childhood. And I noticed that a lot of people got childhood trauma and adult trauma that has been inflicted on them. And I noticed that people use a lot of excuses to justify their behavior because of things that has been done on them, which I don't understand. Because shit that has been done on me, I know how it feels. So I don't do it to other people. So I don't never understand that state of mind of hurt people hurt other people. So you make me understand that.
It ain't about hurt people. It's about who you are. So, as I stated, I've always been in a position of power, and I don't like people trying to question my power, tell me I can't do what the fuck I want to do. So, somebody does that, it's a problem. It's an instant problem. I don't even have to think. It happens soon. We could be sitting up talking and you say, nigga, you got to do this. And I say, what the fuck? You just say, it comes out of you.
Okay, me of all people understand that shit. But do you think maybe it's a possibility that you is taking this whole power thing to your head? And what I mean is because everybody got the right as far as they inner circle, they energy, what they allowed around them. Yes, what type of conversation. Yes, all that. Because I'm big on that. I don't want to hear nothing that's negative. I don't want to hear nothing that I'm not interested in. But when it's a communication, it's two people talking and sharing their thoughts. Like you will want somebody that says you real sensitive about that. It's like fuck what I'm saying. Oh God.
Yeah, I tell you, it happens without even thinking.
Long as you don't start no shit doing TV. Long as you peaceful, I won't snipe you. Long as you ain't on that dumb shit, we cool. But like you was saying, because he threw me off when I seen him drop in the chat. Go ahead, finish saying what you were saying.
No, I'm just saying it's natural to me. As I was trying to explain in the thing, growing up and having the ability to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. And the only thing I would tell anybody is if you man enough to make me do something, you can make me do something. But if you ain't man enough to make me do it, or woman enough to make me do it, leave me alone. Cause it ain't gonna be nothing but an argument or a fight. It's gonna come.
Okay, that's understandable when somebody trying to manipulate, force their ways on you. But like I said, in a conversation zone, if you're just having a conversation, two people are sharing their thoughts. You are sharing yours. I am sharing mine. Tell me where it does not become selfish that I can sit here and listen to every single word you said. I might have didn't even want to hear that fucking shit, but we're having a conversation. It's about respect. And then when I go to talk to you and share my thoughts, because it is a conversation, if it's not what you want to hear, see, this is where I get confused with you because you say you don't want people to tell you what you want to hear, but it's like you come off as if you do. Now, you either want somebody to be themselves, like a person accept you. I accept you for who the fuck you is. You an asshole. Okay. You got to learn to accept other people for who the fuck they are as well. They flaws. I'm sure I got some flaws. I got some things about myself that's probably annoying, but I accept you for the asshole that you are, and I still deal with you, and I listen to you, and I understand that you are sensitive in a lot of areas that you act like you're really not. Now, you real big on when you feel like ain't nobody trying to hear what you saying because you quick to say it's like fuck what I'm saying. But then you would dish out the energy like fuck what you said. It's about what I'm saying. Because the way I took that whole conversation just now, I said you spit in my fucking face. That's the way I took it. Like this nigga just straight spit in my face. I ain't even go look at the whole thing. I just looked at the little portion of it. I'm like, I just sat here and listened to this man tell me what he did not like, how he didn't like it, what I did to him. I said, okay, I won't do that no more. Then I turned around and expressed myself and told you how I felt, what I didn't like, and you ran from the whole damn conversation. Well, I ain't gonna say you ran from it, but you deflected instead of showing me the same respect that I showed you. Like, okay, I hear what she's saying. She don't, and then it's so fucking simple. That's what I don't get with y'all men. It's so fucking simple. I didn't ask you for $1 million. I didn't ask you to go out there and shoot nobody and kill nobody. I asked you for something so fucking simple, yo. Just like you asked me for something simple. So I'm just trying to get an understanding. What's the problem?
Ain't no problem. You making it no problem. I didn't want to argue about it, talk about it. You express your feelings and not acknowledge your feelings. Then after that, it was like what's understood need not be explained. If you want the same results of what I just did, you express what you want, and you either gonna get them or you not gonna get it. I'm
Okay.
I don't
So
really
you
talk. So that when you force the conversation, it's like either I'm gonna clam up or I'm gonna act like what you talking about.
now I don't know what you're talking about forcing the conversation because I'm not forcing no conversation with you right now, am I?
No, you cool. We talking about it.
Okay. So I don't know what you're talking about with the force of a conversation. If you going back to talking about what I'm saying about two people having a conversation and you just sat there and spoke your piece and then the next person speaking their piece and that's forcing the conversation. I don't see how is that forcing the conversation on anybody. Now, when you use other examples like I don't want to hear. I just use this for an example. I don't want to hear nigga right here in this chat. Don't talk to me about this nigga in this chat. Don't bring this nigga up in this chat to me. Now that's called respecting boundaries. A person don't want to hear about certain people. They don't because it open up doorways of negativity. Okay, that's that's different. But if we already talking about this motherfucking nigga or this nigga in the fucking title, and then all of a sudden I don't want to talk about that nigga, please let that shit make sense to me because that's the type of time you be on.
If I'm in the middle of a conversation with anybody and they tell me they don't want to do it, either I'm gonna respect it or I'm gonna disrespect it and be like, "Fuck what you don't want to do this. We gonna do." I mean, it's natural shit to me. I ain't even trying to argue about it. It's gonna happen without even really talking. Certain things should be understood. And like I said, I try to give everybody respect. So if somebody asks me something, either you gonna get it or you not gonna get it. And once you get it or not get it, you should know what it is. And if you need to do something about it for us getting away from me or whatever, whoever, whatever, then make the move. I'm not trying to be crazy about it. If I got love for you, I got love for you. If I don't, I don't. If you ask me to do something, like you even said it, which I said a lot. If you want something, just ask. And you pretty much can have it. So
All
anything
right.
you wanted from me, you asked. If you just ask me something and you don't realize that my mindset or I heard you and I'm gonna pay attention to it or not, that's just in future conversation. You would tell what's what. I'm not good at communicating my
Can
feelings.
you do you mind repeating that? Cause I literally got knocked off. Like I literally got knocked off.
Well, if we conversating and you ask me something, you should realize that I heard the whole conversation and I understand. And without me even saying, okay, I understand and I won't do it again, I won't do it again if I respect it enough not to do it again. But if you trying to conversate with me about it, you probably not gonna hear what you want to hear because I don't want to talk about it. I'm about action more than words. When I was taught, my home training, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. So I really be don't try to. I really don't be trying to speak on stuff because ain't nothing to say. You either gonna do it or you ain't gonna do it. And you shouldn't have to explain that to nobody. The next time y'all get into that situation and it come up, either you gonna do it or you ain't gonna do it. And they gonna say this motherfucker still disrespecting and he's not gonna do what I asked him not to do. And it's understanding. It's a thing of communication. And like I said, I'm not good at communicating. Truly, I'm not.
Now that we can agree upon. So how is it logically possible? Is we supposed to do content together and do open conversation if you ain't good with communication? You do know open conversation requires communication, right?
Well, who don't want to have open conversation? I don't have open conversation shows.
Nigga, you just had a damn open conversation over by yourself, so don't even do that. You literally just went out an hour ago and had one by
Got that
yourself.
title, and you could have came in there and talked about anything you wanted to
I
talk
didn't
about
know you was.
out
I
there,
didn't even know. I did. I caught it. I caught it late, Israel. If I would have caught it, I would have came in there. You know it. So
which is good. I had my conversation and I cut it off and I left, and I didn't have to talk to you or anybody else, and I could talk about or deal with whatever I wanted to do. But if you would
okay,
have
but
came there and you brought something in there that I didn't really want to deal with, you would have came into a degree from my perspective, you would have fucked up my show. So once again, I don't do open conversations. And you know this. Most of the
oh my,
time, you call me and you put the topic up there, open conversation and shit. And I tell you to put the topic up there because I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I don't even know what the conversation gonna be about. So it's open the conversation up, and I don't run from nothing. I don't have no reason to run. We gonna talk. But
it,
that'd be the worst shit we could ever truly do.
oh my God, Israel, you are so right. You don't know how to communicate. You don't. Either you playing dumb or you don't know how to communicate. But I feel like you playing dumb. You know why I say that? Because I've had plenty of conversations with you off this motherfucking amp. Plenty about shit, life shit. And you was there. I just don't believe I don't believe this front you putting on right now. You cannot make me believe that you don't know how to communicate. I've had many conversations with you communicating with some damn fucking sense and understood every fucking word, what I said and what you said. Now you gonna sit here and tell me and make me believe that you don't know how to communicate. You're not well at communicating. To a certain extent, I agree with you. I'ma just tell you what I feel. I feel like we done had all these motherfucking conversations about 48 laws of power. We done had all these conversations about all different type of topics. And I think that you just be trying to play like you you can't communicate. It's just a fucking excuse, yo. That's just how I feel. Because like I said, you ain't gonna make me believe when I've been talk to you outside of this amp on the phone, talk to you about shit that you don't know how to fucking communicate. I don't believe that. You just choose not to want to know how to communicate when the time is convenient for you. Like how you did earlier when we was live. All I asked you earlier, you asked me something. Well, you expressed to me about something. You said, I don't like how you say what you say to me when you write that title over there and tell me to bring my ass over here. That ain't the first time you said it when you was up here live. You just said it to me quite a few fucking times, as a matter of fact. And I'm like, okay, he keeps saying this to me over and over again. Obviously, it must make him feel some kind of way. So let me stop doing that shit. Now the tables turn. I tell you with Israel, I don't like how you make me feel when you do blase, blase, blase. Now one time holding yourself accountable and saying, well, you know what? Let me stop doing that to her.
Are you
But
saying I'm doing
my
it
point,
disrespectful? See, I'm saying what you
I
doing
feel,
is disrespectful. It's seen by others as disrespect. It's done by you by disrespect. Now, even with that, I didn't tell you to stop it, did I? I just told you how I seen it,
you
how it
know what?
affects me.
You know what? You right. You didn't ask me to stop, did you?
No.
But a person, you shouldn't, you know what? You shouldn't even have to ask me to stop. And this is how I know I question our friendship. Because if you come to me and you tell me about something that I'm doing that made you feel some kind of way, I'm going to automatically stop out of respect. It ain't about you had to fucking ask me to do a motherfucking thing. You told me it made you feel some kind of way, so I stopped. If I didn't give a fuck about you, I'd be just continually to do it or make excuses if I didn't give a fuck about your feelings, which makes me feel like that's what you do with me. You don't give a fuck about my goddamn feelings,
Just
and you
pause.
don't give a fuck about what you do.
Just pause for a minute and think. Now you told me what it is you didn't like, and I told you I can't promise you nothing because those are my natural instinct. This shit happens. I don't even have to think about it or try to think about it. It just happens. And so I can't control it. And if I can't control it, I can't promise you that I'm gonna do shit. But what I do, because it's gonna come out naturally. Unless
Okay,
I take
okay,
a step and control it. And
okay,
saying it's so natural, it's hard to control. But
okay. So I'm a woman. I deal with emotions. Some things I can't control. So when I wrote what I wrote, wasn't the first time, wasn't the second time, wasn't even the third time when I wrote a title like that. Because guess what? I was in my emotions. I felt some kind of way. I cannot control my emotions. I am so sick of ever since the day I met you. I have to fucking walk on eggshells, control my emotions as a woman, but then you don't have no type of fucking understanding of that. But then yet I'm supposed to understand that you don't have no self control because that's what you basically saying. I don't have no fucking self control. Okay, well, I don't have no self control. So you didn't ask me to not write that. Now I'm understanding the communication. Okay, you didn't. But I
mm,
said I wasn't going to do it out of respect for you. But don't we all know that respect is earned? You cannot demand respect, Israel, and get it and think you can't earn it.
sister,
It
this
don't work that damn way.
we talked about it today. If I was gonna change, you ain't even gave it time to see. and you still talking
Nigga,
about it.
I know your motherfucking ass ain't gonna change. You a fucking asshole. Come on now. I'm fast forwarding past the bullshit. We
You
know you ain't gonna change.
you love saying and doing that. You like to say, well, you ain't gonna change it, but you won't sit back and wait to
It's
see what the change is.
it's real. I've
Ass.
been waiting on the change for 2 years, my nigga. This ain't the first time. This it may not be the same thing, but it's been about respect and equalness. I've been waiting on that shit for 2 motherfucking goddamn years, nigga. And you ain't changed yet. And you don't plan on changing, not from the way you talking. Because a person that's trying to change ain't nowhere in the world you would have just said what you just fucking said. They reflexes. Like it's me. Like no. That's a person making excuses to keep justifying their fucking behavior. That's what the fuck you just did, and that's fine. I'm not angry at you. All I'm saying is just be willing to take that shit. Take that shit. That's all I'm saying. You can't sit here and ask me for respect and then say, "Well, I'm not sure if I can reinsure you back respect." Where in the fuck do they do that at? Like I said, it's a lot of things that you say you ask of me.
Once again, it's an awkward ass situation. Now,
This nigga funny as
when we
hell.
talking about it, you see the thing that I was complaining about. You that it needs to change, therefore you will change it because you telling me if we having a conversation that what you asking me, don't be putting words in my mouth. Ain't that what you said? Ain't that your gripe? Ain't that what your dislike is? I put words in your mouth and I'm sitting up listening to you and like you telling me, I'm coming up with excuses and all of this stuff now. When we're talking and you at the point where you coming up with excuses and stuff or saying whatever, I'm looking at what you're saying.
What excuse did I come up with, Israel?
I'm listening. No, I'm listening to what you're saying. And so I'm putting words in where you're taking words out. And now we in conflict because I'm hearing and I'm saying this is what's going on, and you saying not. I give you a firm example. When we did the first 48 laws of power, and I said, I don't know what your intentions are. We sitting up here doing this show, and I don't know what your intentions are.
Oh my fucking God. Really, Israel? We gonna play this game right here too.
I mean, it's a game you want to play. I don't want
It
to talk.
is open. No, it's a game you playing. It's open conversation, and how I know it, I titled it.
So we have an
So
open
what
conversation.
the fuck is exactly? So what the fuck is you talking about now?
Once again, you saying I'm putting words in your mouth when I'm sitting up listening to you, and when I put the words that you're intending to say but not saying, you saying I'm lying on you or I'm bullshitting or whatever. Everything I gotta do gotta be a lie and bullshit, but everything you do is upright and up to standards and stuff. And that's a false equation to even put up there. I don't, I
Mm.
don't, I don't care for it. And
All
like I
right,
said,
Israel.
what
If
happened
that's what you got
talking
out of what I
this
said, you know what? If that's what you just got out of everything I just set up here and said, that's
no,
what the fuck you just got out of what I just said.
it's nothing about what you said. It's about the actions that take place. If I got bad actions and I'm doing something and I see they're wrong, I'll fix them. So you're stating what the actions is, and if I'm a man of honor and gonna do what's right, I do what I can to fix my actions. If I don't mean to do it, I won't sit up and perpetuate it or keep doing it. But at the same time, I don't want to talk about the shit because it's a
All right.
conversation still don't need to be had. It'll be understood. Even with the conversation, it'll be like you talking, say what you gotta say in the proper manner. Don't give me this broken English and I don't know how to speak and all that shit, because that's the way I be feeling that it is and stuff. That's why you be saying my communication is fucked up, because I be fixing the conversation to the way it need to be said for me to understand the conversation. If I'm sitting up here and we talking and you saying shit and I need to understand it, then I put it in the way of my understanding. Now, if you say my understanding is wrong, I understand. You weren't raised like me, so you don't know what the fuck I'm thinking or how I'm thinking and how it relates to you, but it's all good. It's a communication problem that we should be able to get over, but if ain't nobody trying to get over it, we would never get over it. I accept it. But like I said, I'm a man that believes in full autonomy, doing whatever the fuck I want to do. So I don't never feel I have to explain myself or talk about anything I don't want to explain or talk about. Then that stated, oh, you just an asshole and you don't want to. Well, then I'm gonna be that asshole and do what the fuck I want to do because I done did it all my life, which is not an excuse for it, but so
Okay, but you gonna do that anyway. So, is something else you want to talk about this open conversation? Because I'm not getting nowhere with you.
once again, you can't
All I'm
wrong.
gonna say is I stated what I stated. I told them what I said. So I just want that down for the fucking record.
Rome wasn't built in a day, but you could try to be a Rome in a day if you want to.
A what?
Rome wasn't built in a day. We talked about the shit today. You can't expect everything to change that quick. But if
It's
you
real. I don't expect for nothing body to change overnight. But my nigga, you didn't even try to show no effort. You just, dude, you just did a whole 360 on the last conversation we had.
saying that we talking today and we just talked how many hours ago? About 2 or an hour ago or something.
But brother, I'm trying to tell you, yes, that conversation took place 2 hours ago, but I've been talking to you about this for 2 years.
That shit ain't gonna happen like that.
Israel, did you just hear what I just said?
No,
Yeah, because you ain't trying to hear what I'm saying, is you? Tell the truth.
I didn't hear what you said. But if I was trying,
Hmm.
what did you say?
I said, yes, we had that conversation a couple of hours ago, but I've been talking to you about this shit for almost 2 years. That's what I said. And yes, you're right. Rome is not built overnight, but damn near Rome should be halfway or 75% built in 2 fucking years, damn it. And we, from what I see, we ain't even at the goddamn halfway mark. Because you don't even want to even hold yourself accountable.
Accountable for what? If we talking and I hear something, I'm gonna call it how the fuck I hear it. I don't give a
Okay.
fuck if you like it or not. If I hear something or I perceive to hear something, I'm gonna call it how the fuck I like it. I don't care if you like it
Okay.
or don't
So,
like it. That's the truth of
okay.
the matter.
Can I, why are you yelling? You don't have to yell. We just conversate.
I don't like the insinuations that I'm not listening and stuff. You're not listening.
Okay. I
Tell
understand that, but you yelling. You yelling. That's all I'm
this.
saying.
Okay, this shit is natural to me. It's natural to me. So if it take me 2 years to get my shit where I need it or where you feel comfortable, it's gonna take 2 years. And you gotta deal with the 2 years, or you do like most women do in relationships or whatever the shit, you get your ass up and leave out the house and leave me and my dumb ass at the house doing what the fuck I do.
I'm going to the store and get some cigarettes, y'all. I'm going to the store to get some cigarettes and the beer. I'll be right back, King. Yeah, I'm one of those types.
Nah, I'm cool. Like I said, I'm not cool having these conversations. I said I have a problem with communicating. You said you don't believe it. I'm bullshitting. But once again, these are the
No,
excuses.
because I gave examples of why I felt that way. I just didn't say it. I actually gave examples. I'm like, I talk to you, nigga, on the phone.
Well, I'm
I
talking.
hold conversations with your ass on the phone, and
I
you can have a conversation, but then you come up here and say, "Well, I don't know how to have a conversation." That's
feel
what I'm talking about.
one if we talking personally on the phone, that's one conversation. If we talking in public, I don't give a fuck about the public to know everything that's on my mind and in my heart and how I think. I don't give a fuck about this public. I give a fuck about you. So even whatever I say in private to you, it's for you, to you. It's personal. This goddamn public, this YouTube, and these bitches out here following me, trying to turn my words and shit. I don't care to speak out here in front of these motherfuckers, but I will
And
do it.
I can understand that. I'm the main one be telling you everything ain't for the fucking goddamn everything ain't for up here.
We'll stop crying and shit about it.
No, 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 no. You call it crying, you call it whatever you want to call it, nigga. You know exactly where I'm coming from.
I don't feel like dealing with this shit in public. It ain't nothing to
And
deal
that's what he do. And that's fine. We don't have to deal with this in public. We can end this
with. Either
conversation
I'm
right
gonna
the
do
fuck
it or
now.
I'm not gonna do it, and you gonna accept it or not accept it. That's the fact of the matter. Tell me where I lied at or came with an excuse set. Either I'm gonna
I
do it or not gonna
I
do it, and
just
accept it or not accept it. That's
I just explained to you what I meant by what I said. Why if I called you a liar, I probably did because that sounded about right. I just explained to you why I said what I said because I could talk to you on the phone and then you just explain to me the difference of why you do what you do. Okay, it ain't nothing else really basically to say.
what's understood need not be explained. Fuck this audience. You care about the audience. I care about them to a certain degree.
I care about my fucking supporters because for without my supporters, I wouldn't be here right now. The ones who I don't give a fuck about is the other motherfuckers who just come here not to support, just to sit up in the chat like I got people right now watching. Ain't nobody dropped down and spoke. These ain't nothing but the leak yous and the Khalil Almighty's and the motherfucking haters right now. They just watching. Fuck them motherfuckers. I'm not talking about my real supporters. And I also want to clear something up while I'm talking. I always say and make comments about the black community. Now, if you know that what I'm saying, if the shoe don't fit, then you don't need to wear it. Because I'm not speaking about all black people when I say that. Because all black people don't act like that. Because I know I've had some people talk to me about that, like, you really feel like that about your own kind? Yes, I really do feel about that about some of my own kind. Some of my own kind. The ones that it applies to. Now, anybody that catch offense of what I said, as they would say, a hit dog would holler. That means that shoe must fit your foot. That must be one of the people in the category. You fall in the category of the people that I'm talking about. If you know you're not like that, then I'm not talking about you. Because, like I said, all black people ain't like that. Not all.
Well, my circle even shorter about Israelites only. You give a
Hmm?
fuck you white, black, or whatever. If you ain't claiming Israel, I ain't no love here.
Well, see, I don't know what he just said, but
I
that's
don't
just,
fuck with black people. That's what I said. I be
it's real.
fuck
That's
with.
not true. You got a black woman sitting right here beside you. You got a black queen over there. That's a goddamn lie. You fuck with black people. You finna marry a black African woman. Do you hear what you just said?
Do you say you're an Israelite? Black people that I know that you talking about won't say they Israelites.
Huh?
Do you say you're an Israelite Christian?
Yes, I stated that.
Well, what did I just tell you? I only fuck with Israelites, to be direct, Israelite Christians. So
Okay, but it's some black Israelite Christians, Israel. Am I lying?
I don't know. The motherfuckers ain't never said it. Therefore, they don't have my support, and I don't want they.
There's what? Okay, that's a different topic. We have to start a whole nother video because I don't understand what he's saying right now because he blowing my high and it's gonna take too much to even try to figure out what the fuck he just said.
I don't fuck with black people. That's simple. I'm being very.
Okay, well then that's the end of that. He don't fuck with black people. Now moving on. Me, like I said, I fuck with black, white, all different goddamn colors that's running around here acting like they goddamn sense and they got dignity. Yeah. But the other ones that I be talking about when I say them the black community, the ones that backstab each other, the ones that come out here and dox each other children, drag the fucking shit out of their own kind, and then they all cool. Those the motherfuckers I'm talking about. Like I said, if you fit in that category, hey, teach his own. The ones that don't, that ain't who I'm talking about. The ones that to protect the child predators, those even inside their own home, when they know shit being done to they children, they ain't gonna snitch because it's their brother or their uncle. Those ones. I don't fuck with those type of black people. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't fuck with black people in general.
Now, everybody black don't do that shit.
They don't do it openly.
You say they don't what?
They don't do it openly. But look at all the black people that done came around us, and I done told you about these black people because they're followers, ass kissers, and everything else. They do what black people do. You can write,
Well,
you can write
that's
a
true.
whole book of law of power around bitch ass niggas, cause bitch ass niggas do what bitch ass niggas do. That's why I'm not a nigga. I'm not a black. I'm not none of that. I don't proclaim none of that shit. And I don't support none of that shit.
So
Kendrick,
y'all never ever heard me come up here and say to clear up stuff. You never ever 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 once heard me come up here and say that I'm not black. That's Israel that said that shit.
Kendrick Lamar dropped a new album.
I don't know. I ain't been paying. I ain't gonna say the celebrity world, but Kendrick Lamar much of any attention since he's been exposed. That nigga's on the Diddy list. How the hell you come out here and make a song just not like us, and then your ass? Oh man, it's so much shit I can tell y'all, but I gotta have those type of conversations. See, I can't sit down and have these celebrity conversations with Israel. I gotta find somebody else that I can network with that likes to have those type of conversations because I'm a truth seeker and those are the type of conversations we have.
Kendrick Lamar on the Diddy list.
Fuck yeah, Kendrick Lamar was Diddy's goddamn boyfriend. Yes, he is. They got pictures of him being at the Diddy party. He's on the Diddy list. He got a list too, y'all. I thought it was a saying until I actually looked it up. I was like, this nigga got a list for real. And guess who name was up there? Just guess. I said it already one time before.
It ain't Carl Labodated, so I don't give a fuck. I've been at a Diddy party, but my name ain't.
Kamala. Kamala Harris is on the Diddy list. When I seen that shit with my own two eyes, I was like, mm.
That's what black people do. They love.
And this is the person y'all was trying to make our chief and commander.
Commander in chief.
Whatever. Can't say nothing because I think I gotta keep it real. President Trump did used to party with what's his name? What's that nigga name? They had them at that island and he turned out to be a child predator. There's a lot of pictures with him and Donald Trump partying and shit. Y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. But I noticed this year a lot of stuff have got exposed of certain people. That whole Not Like Us song was nothing but a big distraction. How? People didn't want you to look at Jay Z and Diddy. They wanted you to look at Drake. That's bullshit to throw that man underneath the bus and call him a damn child predator. And he just might be because some of his damn behavior that I heard in the news. But the real 69 God is Diddy. And that's the truth of the matter. That's the real 69 God. Not Drake, but Diddy. But anyway, cut this conversation short unless you got something else you want to speak on. Don't believe what I say. Do your research. I always say, look it up. Do your own research. Don't believe what I say. Go look it up if you don't believe what I just said.
Show over with. Grand opening, grand close.
Peace, y'all. Until next time, I'm out.
Peace.